Hello Gundam fans, Jodas here, and we're back to another Gunpla reviews, and this time look at the 1144 high grade Year vs. Century Me02R-F01 Messer TYPE-F01 from Gundam Hathaway. That was a mouthful. So Messer, I hope I pronounced right, it's Messer, Messer. Now, if you're not really familiar about this mobile suit, he first appears from 2021 animated films Mobile Gundam Highway, which is a first appearance where during the city's attack, where the scene protagonist, Hathaway, the son of Lieutenant Bright, when he saw that Mobile looks like enemy, and spoiler alert, he is not from the Federations, he's worked some called Mafia, where he was piloted by Gunman Noble, I think it's the correct name, who was later worked with Mafia, and later on was some called known as, I think it's saying Gazelle, I think it's pronounced, I forgot his name, with some kind of aircraft carrier according to Gundam Wikis. And yeah, he was now worked with the Mafia, and later the Hathaway's pilot of the known as Z Gundam, it's XI, not Z, and then that's pretty much it. So it was interesting. If you haven't seen most of Gundam Hathaway Week, it was available on Netflix. I recommend check out. Got this at a Hobby Lobby for about $41.99. That was a 40% off. I recommend check out before his time runs out. So now I got. So yeah, before we look at this one, let's take a look at the package first. Okay, so here's a look at the package. This guy was really huge. He's pretty big, long. I mean, nice little artwork for Messer, which see was, I believe, is on the ocean. Yes, that was a climax of the movie. And see, it has a Bandai Namco age A+, and it has a little sticker that was Hobby Line. That was the $41. I just bought it. And he has a little carrier. I'm not sure what kind of hovercraft. It says Mafi's mass-produced a heavy mobile suit. Yeah, he is a heavy mobile suit. And it's made by Bandai from 2020, because it wasn't come out until 2021. That was when the film came out. On the bottom here, it shows little feature details, shows little action features. There's no gimmick. It said it has a little feature gimmick. On the other side, it's got a QR code, and it says number 232 or 233. Sorry, it's got a little same image. And on the top here, it has a nice little picture. Looks like he has a common duel. I believe his flying is blue. I can't remember his name. I totally forgot his name. And it has a little bio. It's a multiple language. And it has a little English bio. I recommend you can pause to read. So anyway, and that's pretty much about this. On the side, it's pretty much the same. So let's take a look at the thing. Messer out of the box. Alright, we're back with Messer out of the package. Took me to build about hours. And I'd say this is a lot of pain. Was not as hard, but as well. But it has a nice little cool detail from the movies. It has a little problem issues, which we'll get in that. Now, before we look at this gunpla itself, let's take a look at the surgeries. Now, he does come with... Oops, he just fell the shields. Now, before that, let's take a look at the surgery. It comes with a shields, and I believe it's called large shields. It looks a really nice little detail, not much. It's kind of a little missing his black mark on the back here. It's going to just a tinted plastic paint. It also has a beam saber remove. Gotta take it. Try to take off. I'm not a good at it. It comes with two beam sabers. Looks so nice with the details. Just 18 is plastic. He also comes with a two beam saber. Just a translucent plastic. It does a little fit as well. He also connects goes here on the shield. Or better yet, it has a little goes attached on his. You don't see it. It has a little shoulder inside. And speaking of which, that shield is missing paint details. It's kind of a little missing details. Now, I cannot find a detail of this. However, if you see and look at the box, but you look at the prototype, you can see it's got paint on this that looks like a greenish, silverish green. And they came out, he didn't paint them. So I guess we'll make a customized paint. And of course, he comes with the long beam rifle. Just gonna sort of see. It's just it looks like a plastic. Just a gray plastic. It has a sculpt. Nice little cool one, but yeah. But you look at the structure, it's got a little structure because, and you can see it looks like it has a silverish, darker red. Looks like a brown, but it kind of looks like darker red. That was a prototype paint, but that came out. It didn't paint them. I guess we'll make a custom paints after this. It comes with, looks like a piece. I bet this is supposed to be a peg. It goes plug into his peg under here, under his butt. Oh, sorry, under his torsos. It comes with alternate hand, which is the trigger fingers. Which I'll show you a bit as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's about how the surgery looks. Let's look the gun itself. The size of the Messer, this scale is about almost 16 inches tall. He is really big, almost the size like a hauler. Here's a size comparison to Messer. Here's next to the original Gundam. And you can see he's pretty big. Not only that, he's a really same size. He's a pretty big and house size, probably the largest mobile suit I've ever seen. The speaking of which, let's take a look at the head sculpt. The head sculpt looks really nice, little detail. It kind of looks like resembling a Garadoga, a Court becomes weakest bio, or believe it or not, that was resembling a Jagdoga from what was going to Char's Counterattack, who has a similar design head. It has a little nice little tails helmet. It has little eyes. It's kind of hard to see. He has sticker eyes. A pink is yellow as a tape. It actually stickers. And you can see it. Looks like accidentally. What says not the greatest. Well, the rest of the bio looks a real nice detail. I like his yellows. Overall, I do like has a spike on the shoulder. This. On the other side, doesn't have one. It has a little sticker on it. On the previous overall, and you can see it comes with a click as well. And the back here is little thrusters. Overall detail. Missing paint. It has a little thruster on his foot. So overall, is really big, and how bulky is a pretty big ones. The size of this is easy. Swap his hand. Now prepare yourself. You gotta be careful. If you want to take this hand off, gotta be careful. Yeah, seeing his pop in the hands, it's really high. My only problem with this thing is little pieces fell out. Yeah, gotta be really careful. My biggest fear is it's gonna break his wrist peg. That might be one of the scariest things. Okay, so the thing was blaster, or I mean long rifle goes attached to his, I believe goes, well, it goes peg, goes hand, and goes that. So overall, it has a nice. Here we have this long beam rifle, as well. It has a little attach. Goes plug and goes to his hand. See, here we have here we have some little weapon quips. Now, as for articulation for the Messer, well, this is a big one. Its head's on the left on the ball joint, But sadly, it cannot go left or right. It can't go upwards because it's hit by a bigger gap. It does a little neck. It's gonna next go downwards. Was interesting. Well, his arms goes up and down. It goes in and out that much. It has a little butterfly joints. It has a bicep swivel, bend in the elbow, double hinge elbow. He has a bulging wrist. It does have a little gimmick. He has a shoulder skin upwards. His other one is saying it has goes. The saying was pronounced that. Now it does have a little waist movement, but it also has upper ab goes downwards. This is really nice. But I kind of wonder what it has a little ab articulation. Let's say a stomach articulation. That looks really nice detail. My only problem is this one has a little piece. It fell out easy. Yeah, that's a big problem. Anyway, continue on. It does have swivel waist movement, waist swivel, and oops, his leg is forward and back. It goes in and out that much. He has a thigh swivel, then a knee, double hinge knees, and finally there's ball joint ankles, left, right. And my only problem, you can see he's still a loose piece. That's pretty unfortunately. And finally, there's a little joints of skirt articulation. And oops. Ugh. That's my biggest problem. I have to be careful. Let's go bulging hinge articulations. And that's pretty much about articulations. So there's my review of the 1144 high grade Universal Century Messer TYPE-F01. Overall, this is actually not that bad one. He's pretty big, he's heavy Mosun. I do like nice little detailed articulations. My only biggest issues I have is it has to do with a skirt. It's supposedly connected his joint and move. It just pops out fairly easy, and that's pretty unfortunate. So overall, I think as I highly recommend you check out. I mean, you're a fan of the Mobile Gun Hathaway movie, which I enjoyed. We watched it as a Netflix the first time, so I recommend to check out your collections. So, like I said, this one is going to be very expensive. I got this one at Hobby Lobby for $41, but nowadays this is going to be very expensive. It's hard to find. So anyway, I recommend you can find this at this Hobby Lobby before time runs out. So anyway, hopefully you enjoy this one, or check out online ones, the Amazons. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this one. Be sure don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.